Hey guys, Jake Baldino from gameranx.com here to talk about two of my favorite things, video games and cartoons. Check out this stuff that popped up on NeoGAF thanks to original Crash Bandicoot producer David Siller. Yes, that is animated Crash Bandicoot, and I think it looks really awesome. I've went through a lot of comments and it seems like some people love it and some people hate it. And honestly, I think it might be a generational thing, because this is the style of cartoons I grew up with. And Crash Bandicoot was one of my favorite games as a kid growing up, so of course seeing this, multiple different things come to mind immediately, most importantly, a cartoon. It really looks like an absolutely perfect cartoon, and it was produced by Universal Interactive Studios, the guys who produced the original Crash Bandicoot games. Universal Studios Animation in the time was in the heart of the Land Before Time series, as well as the Earthworm Jim cartoon, and you can absolutely tell because this looks like an Earthworm Jim cartoon, and that is not a problem. Crash producer David Siller didn't say much, but he did say that this was initially produced back when the game was first being processed as a new IP, and this was intended to just be an intro to the game and an ending of the game, bookending it. But unfortunately, this never left the cutting room floor, and we never got this in the game. Instead, we got a corny little vague intro instead of this awesome cartoon with a really catchy and stupid theme song. I love how the theme song mentions, it says, "Go out and tell your friends to buy this game so we can get more money." So contrary to popular belief, this unreleased thing was not intended to be an actual cartoon produced by Universal Studios. They had no intentions, they just wanted to add animated bits to the game itself. And I think that would have been amazing. I think Crash lends himself so well to an animated cartoon that whole thing would have worked perfectly and gave the game even more charm than it already had. But the reason we didn't get to see this is really unfortunate, because Naughty Dog, unlike the powerhouse that they are now, didn't exactly have as much creative freedom as they did back in the day, especially once the game went to Sony to be produced on PlayStation. Sony apparently did not want the animation at all because it didn't work with their 3D agenda. Of course, the PlayStation, when it first came out, the big selling point was the 3D graphics, and it was in all of Sony's marketing, and it was heralding it to be the 3D gaming machine of the time. So of course, they didn't want their big killer app game that was going to be a huge hit having a bunch of 2D animations. I can see where they're going, but it's just so damn frustrating because this looked so cool. And I bet they really regretted that down the line, because after the original Crash Bandicoot, Crash 2 and 3 came rolling one year right after the other, and it was a big money train, and they could have had a hugely successful and awesome cartoon if they really wanted to. So we just wanted to provide you guys a glimpse of what could have been, especially for you PlayStation fans. But what I want to know from you guys down in the comments is, number one, what do you think of this cartoon? Would you watch this? You know, depending on your age, you might think this looks stupid. I think it looks cool because I grew up with Animaniacs and Earthworm Jim and Freakazoid and stuff like that, so this fits right in. But also, speaking of cartoons and video games, what games do you think would do very well with some animated cutscenes or animated intros or just a general cartoon style? Let us know in the comments. And if this is your first time seeing that Crash animation thanks to us, maybe give us a like, because that's kind of like giving us a tip. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jake Baldino if you want to talk about this and video games and whatever. And if you're new, you definitely should subscribe because we put out videos every single day. But as always, guys, I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.